one's called Home of the Taj. This is in Agra, which is it comes up in your crossword puzzles all the time. You know, that's a city in India. Home of the Taj. So this the mighty city Akbar loved. Agra, home of the Taj Mahal. The biggie, conceived, drafted, and executed by Shah Jahan, Akbar's talented grandson. A fine old resting place for his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Oh yeah, Mumtaz. It's a wow with exponents, acme of marble work and precious Pietroduro inlay, all reflected in the plumb perfect, long famous pool, a masterpiece of building art. I witnessed it at sunup, sundown, an immense fine-tuned symmetry, uncontaminated elegance in the light immemorial. Each visit, four in all, the admission ticket seller tried to shortchange me. India has a million con games to bilk sahibs and memsahibs out of minuscule amounts of money. Was I content? A working stiff, me, often a no account, never owned a credit card, vagabond, baggy pants me. Made it to the big old Taj Mahal, because my darling planned it this way. I always knew I'd make it someday. Speaking of kiss, how I wish we could steal in at night and make love on the ground neath the stars. A dozen cameramen each need to be told a dozen times, no, we don't want our pictures taken. We have our own camera. No, we don't need a guy. We don't need to visit your uncle's marble emporium either. Nor your cousin's silk factory. Why can't you see it's no use? You are wasting your time. Entering the inner sanctum, an official hands me a flashlight. Calls a la Brits a torch. A friendly gesture. There's candles lit by the score. Don't need a battery light at all. The official one box sheets anyway. I give him the unflicked flashlight. I grin and frown. He raises inevitable fuss. I laugh at him. He's adamant. Then he sees someone else. With a gracious smile, hands them the light. Outside the Taj in the real Agra by the train station, a boy wants us to hire his Tonga. Hello, hello, Tonga, hello. His cadaverous nag poked obscenely through his rotting hide, breathing its last in midday heat. This steed is starving in the harness. You have to feed the horse, boy. Feed the horse. Can't understand me. Didn't learn English. Never been to school. Probably ain't his horse know-how. I tried by gesture. Feed the horse. He doesn't look much better than the horse. Motorbike hit piglet, dying piglet in the shit dirt road. Cold water poured on its quivering life's desperate body. Can't get all 4 feet. Can't pretend it never happened. Can't continue. Can't shake it off. Fighting a hard, futile fight. Cheered and jeered by laughing men as he tries and tries to walk away from death. I notice an exotic, extra dark meat carcass hanging in a shop. Within a few steps, discover a slab of critter completely covered with flies. I turn a corner and a monkey squeaks at me, bares its teeth an arm's length away, face to face. I look to see the source of funky music. My smile turns to chuckles as big bullets of red and blue painted horns pull uncoordinated wagon loads of bricks across the motorized mayhem traffic, unperturbed by the gaggle of mechanized beats, squawks, squeals, and roars. Collecting fresh buck poop with their hands, young girls follow the critters through narrow streets. A shankrous man squats to pee in the sewerless gutter. What kind of women walk by in black shrouds? Human tents and the heavy burdensome heat. Akbar, what now of your enlightened policy? Little marble pipes were the most popular item at the open-air malls. But Nancy Reagan saw them and was told they were for smoking charos. And they didn't know about just saying so. And her husband was the president of the USA, the most powerful country in the world, and her husband was starting to succumb to senility, and she had to be making the decisions, and the pipes had to go. She had a very clean Rajneesh restaurant cross down. My Buddha pudding displayed adamantine stick, the course resolution, getting us peddled by the skinny, oldening man in the 100-degree afternoon. All the way to the Agra Fort for 4 rupees. That's like a quarter. They had started at 30 rupees plus mandatory marble factory visit. She kept saying no and told me to keep walking. I guess if we don't want to unnaturally inflate their economy. It's a game. She plays it well. And it's true. Left to my own devices, I'd have given away most of my money by now. And in the scheme of things, probably wouldn't have done a lick of good. At the Agra Fort, I look out from the room. Shah Jahan was incarcerated by his son, Aurangzeb, the militant mosque builder, who erected one everywhere he destroyed temples and stupas. The guide shows out through a relay of mirrors. Jahan could see his beloved Taj. I pondered, what does a man think in the midst of a world of slaving, sick, hungry throngs to marshal the minds and bodies to construct such a monster of beauty? Why do you think over and over proposed by his firstborn son? Across the septic Yamuna River's bend, big old spitting camels galumphing struck the banks below, carrying great stacks of wheat. Strolling back to town, large verdant trees prospered, inundated with hundreds of hyper-socializing green parrots, all splendid and wonderful. These specimens of sheer, positive exuberance add a few more days to my life. The giddiness of it. My memory is taking pictures of these harbingers of the rollicking and playful. It's like a jam session, and I'm wondering how all these notes can still make sense. A couple 100 yards down the path, a taller, silent tree, owned by, I stopped counting at 20. Vultures. Huge, repulsive, like flying demons. Ugly, magnificent, eaters of perpetual carrion. The truth birds. This is Agra. It is history. It is India. The beautiful, bright illusion. The gruesome truth. Agra. History.